with me if you want to live. You just don't turn it off!
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be ranking all 4 Beverly Hills Cops film, as I just watched Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley, or Beverly Hills Cop 4, whatever you want to call it. Growing up the 80s, I've always loved Beverly Hills Cop. I've always loved Eddie Murphy, so this is going to be a lot of fun to talk about his character Axel Foley and these movies here. So without further ado, let's get into it. So comment down below, let me know what you think of all these movies, how you would rank them. Hit the like button, as it helps the channel out a lot. So coming at number 4, guys, is Beverly Hills Cop 3. Now, this movie is not half as bad as I remember it. When I first watched this back in the 90s, I was like, this movie is absolutely terrible. But on the recent rewatch, and I haven't seen it in years, I enjoyed it enough. There are problems with it big time, but it's not as bad as I remember it. But one of the biggest things is the tone. I feel like the whole tone is off with this film. The Beverly Hills Cop was always this great mix of action and comedy. This one's pushing more of the comedy, but I don't find the jokes land as much. I still love Eddie Murphy in the film. I still think he's pretty good, but just the tone, it's like they were going after a kid's movie almost. And with the backdrop of this fun world and everything like that, it just felt like this was made for a 10-year-old to watch. And I thought it was kind of silly having it at this music park. I didn't like the backdrop setting of the story in this thing. I think you're really missing Taggart in this movie. The thing that makes it work so much, it is an ensemble piece with Axel Foley, Billy Rosewood, and Taggart. And they throw another character in, which I do like the actor, but you could tell that the chemistry is just not the same. It's fun enough. It's entertaining enough. Seeing John Saxon in there as one of the henchmen is pretty good. And what puts the story kind of in motion with Inspector Todd dying, I thought that was a really good way to start the movie. But yeah, sits at number 4 for me. So coming at number 3 is the new Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley. Now, I really did enjoy this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought this was a really fun, entertaining time. I thought the chemistry landed really well. It's not as good as those first 2 movies, but it landed really well. Love seeing Axel Foley back, doing his stuff and getting into trouble, and the way he bullshits through everything. It's just really fun and nostalgia. It made you feel good. This movie just took you on a very good experience. And I really had to let it sit for a few days going, because I would have put this one on number 2. I had to let that nostalgia and my feelings kind of subside a bit and go, is it better? Is it better than 1 and 2? No, but it's definitely fun. I'd definitely rewatch it. I wouldn't miss it in a marathon. I thought a lot of the action was great. A lot of really cool chase scenes. You get some gunfights. Pushing the action a little bit more. I think this movie had a pretty big budget too. Adding the likes of Kevin Bacon and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, really good. I mean, you see who the villain is coming a mile away. There is nothing really unique about the narrative in this, but I didn't care. Seeing Axel, Taggart, and Rosewood doing their thing was just a lot of fun. I really felt like there was a lot more character building they were trying for in this one, between him and his daughter. Seeing Taggart and Rosewood, kind of at odds, and something happens in the plot where they don't trust each other and one has to go solo, and they kind of come together at the end. Really great to see. That's not perfect or anything, but my only problems really with the movie is I thought the daughter was kind of weak in this. I thought, she was a bit wooden at times, her performance. And her performance really just didn't get there for me. I felt like she was just very stiff and she wasn't very interesting. I think they're retreading a lot of the jokes from like the first and second movies. And some of it worked. I found some of it that was way too forced. And of course, the first 20 minutes, maybe the best part of this whole movie. They take you through the greatest hits of all the songs, like The Heat Is On, The Neutron Dance, the Shake Down, Break Down, that tune. And it really worked for me, man, just seeing all that. And I also found a really odd decision that Paul Reiser as Jeffrey is now the deputy chief in Detroit and stuff like that. That seemed like a very odd choice because he was such a clumsy, kind of strange character in the first 2 movies. But anyways, so coming in at number 2 is Beverly Hills Cop 2. This movie is such a blast. Tony Scott taking over the directing duties, and you could tell You know what I mean? Tony Scott has a really unique style, and it really feels like one of his movies, pushing the action. I would say the action set pieces are amped up. I love Rosewood in this movie.
I've been wanting to wear this for a while, Sarge.
What are you, nuts? Jesus Christ, Billy, we gotta talk.
Rosewood in this movie is just awesome. You know, pictures of freaking Rambo in his room, and he's got gun collections, and he's he's just like getting right into it at the end. You know what I mean? Absolutely love that. They still know what to do with Axel Foley in this. You know, their narrative's very similar to the first one, but Bogomil gets gunned down, and he's just like it's a personal story like the first one, and the humor still lands for me. There's still a lot of chases in it. I mean, Beverly Hills Cop works best when it's, you know, you got that great balance of humor, action, you get a lot of car chases in there, but you want to see Eddie Murphy that's doing his thing, stirring shit up, right? And the chemistry's dialed right in again with these three, with Taggart, Rosewood, and Foley. But coming at number 1 is Beverly Hills Cop. This is lightning in a bottle as far as I'm concerned. Just a great action comedy, a perfect action comedy, if you will. Really knowing that balance of action and comedy, using up your screen with Axel Foley, Eddie Murphy doing what he does, giving him the right dialogue. He really knew how to deliver these lines. It's all about his delivery. It's all about his presence. I mean, the strip club scene is absolutely hilarious, man. I just laugh every single time.
Billy, you know, you don't have to be embarrassed if your dick gets hard. But your dick is supposed to get hard, see? That's the whole object of this. Taggart's dick is hard, but he won't let you know because he's the boss. The boss dick got to stay limp, right?
It's one of those movies that is an 80s staple. When you talk about 80s movies, you know, it's one that you always go back to because of the great music. It really runs with the comedy too. It really knows, like, it push the comedy, push the action. But when you really look at Beverly Hills Cop, there's not a lot of action scenes in it, really. There's a few, and there's a real nice big gunfight at the end, but it's the perfect balance of all this. And I really like how they set the story up, you know, where Axel has this friend, juvenile kind of friend who gets killed and everything like that. But they make you care about his friend first. They make you care about this relationship. What I really like when they're in the bar and they're getting drunk, and he's like, Axel's saying, "Yeah, why did you steal the car that day? Why didn't you tell me I was with you and all that?" And he tells him that he loves him. He didn't want him going to jail too. You know what I mean? Because he loved him so much, and it's just true friendship there. So I love how they give Axel Foley the right motives. You know what I mean? And again, that you just feel the chemistry between Taggart, Foley, and Rosewood, between these three actors. You just feel it, man. Like, you know, through this whole movie, you see them getting closer and closer. By the time we get to the second movie, they're great friends, right? But having Taggart as this really grumpy, cankerous person, having Rosewood as this youthful, bit naive, you know, willing to take chances, and then putting Axel in there, stirring the pot, stirring shit up, just makes for just great chemistry and great characters. And of course, Inspector Todd is awesome. How could you not love the side character of Inspector Todd? You know, just ripping in Axel all the time.
You mind telling me where the fuck you come off going undercover without authorization from me? What the fuck is this all about? Sure. You damn right, wise ass. Where in the fuck did you get a truckload of cigarettes from anyway? Don't fuck with me, Axel. Not now.
I love this movie, man. I love this movie. This great performances, great music, great characters. Give it a simple story, but let the actors run. Let the comedy run. You know what I mean? Just a great film. I absolutely love it. So that is it, guys. That is my ranking of all Beverly Hills Cops movies. Let me know your ranking in the comments below, like I've already said. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I'll see you next time, and I will see you in the movies. Cheers.